Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions. Let's take a look at the options. Firstly, the audio. Sound effects, music volume, no big surprises there. Video. Various screen options, and you can also change the resolution, and it's got those 5 different settings there for the detail. Input. Very highly recommend an Xbox 360 dual stick controller or something similar. You can change the move and shoot sticks around if you so wish, and this is the career mode if you like, or adventure mode as it's called. 50 levels are unlocked at first. You must complete one before you can progress to the next. You get a star rating for each one, 1 to 3 stars depending how successful you are. This is the 3rd level, and very much similar to the traditional Geometry Wars. Slightly twisted background there, it's not quite flat, I'm not sure whether you can see it curling around slightly. It does affect your aim actually, you know, it's a significant effect rather than just being a flat 2D plane. I'll show some other levels a little later which show more of the 3D if you like. Nice play on words that they did there. It's the 3rd in the series, Geometry Wars 3, and calling it Dimensions as it is 3-dimensional, quite nice actually. The origin of twin stick shooters has quite a heritage. We've got the first instance that I can remember, Robotron 2084, followed up by Smash TV later in the 1980s. After Smash TV, nothing else really comes to mind in the twin stick shooter genre until the Xbox came along with Project Gotham Racing, I believe it was, in the garage in that particular racing game by Bizarre Creations. There was an arcade machine. On that arcade machine you could actually play Geometry Wars, which was a fantastic little bonus, and it spawned a life of its own very much, and here it is today in its 3rd iteration. Sad to say that the game actually outlived the original developers, but there you go, and here's the game. As you can see, it's not just a flat surface or slightly distorted. You do actually play on true 3-dimensional objects, such as this 3-dimensional sphere here. Although the graphics are quite simple, they really fit with this type of game. Superb actually. Silky smooth, 60 frames a second, psychedelic, something's happening all the time, it's real sensory overload. The music as well, pounding, driving beats, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Really draws you in and keeps you playing. Brilliant work. In the single player, we've got 5 variations. Deadline Classic, score as many points as you can before the time runs out. Great for a pick up and play game. King Classic, 1 life, no guns outside the king zones. You gotta stay inside a designated zone basically, and that's it. You know, survive as long as you can in those conditions. Evolved Classic, score as many points as you can with 3 lives. The traditional arcade game if you like. Pacifism, this is one of my favourite variations actually. You get 1 life, no guns, and you've got to trigger gates to kill the enemies. Basically you've got to avoid the enemies and get to the gates, and it makes for an interesting variation. And then finally we've got Waves Classic, score as many points as you can with 1 life, that's it. Just a simple high score challenge. Other variations are the Adventure mode, which we've had a quick look at already. It's showing 50 levels available, and it looks like there's more beyond that. You can't progress to level 4 until you've beaten level 3, etc. You must complete the levels in order, and it gives you a star rating as well, so that encourages replayability. If you get 1 star, you may want to revisit and try for 3 stars again. And then we've got online mode as well, which is quite nice because you've got leaderboards, etc. Different variations on that. We've got local co-op as well. Now, PC gamers tend to be solitary beasts in their man caves, but occasionally they may have a visitor, and if that occasion does arise, this game will happily support local co-op. Bear in mind, it doesn't play very well on keyboard. You do need really a dual stick controller. I recommend the Xbox 360 controller. I haven't tried the Xbox One controller, I don't have one at the moment. And we've got all the options that you'd normally expect. Overall, I like it very much. A worthy successor to the original Geometry Wars. Geometry Wars 2 was okay as well, but this one I'd say probably the best of the bunch, certainly the one that I've been playing a lot recently. It won't appeal to all players, you know, some people look at it, think it's a simple game and won't really be worth the kind of money they're asking for it. I'm of a different opinion. To me, it's a timeless game. It's something that you can go back to. I'll probably be playing this on and off for years, to be honest with you. I really enjoy this kind of game. Some mindless blasting, perfect. High score challenges, brilliant. What more could I ask? I am a kid from the 80s though, really. You know, I grew up with arcade games, and I do have experience of the titles we've had a look at so far. Robotron 2084, Smash TV, etc. And to me, you know, it's what a game should be. Pick it up, play it, enjoy it. You've got your high score, you can get back to it. At the moment, it's £11.99 on Steam. That's not a discounted price. I'm not sure how often it does go on sale. I would give it 8 buns from the baker.